I was talking to someone the other day about the things I've been doing, and they're like, Jeff, dude, you should just make a video talking to the people that watch your videos of you singing. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, that makes me really nervous. Everything you see me do, I do in a dark room by myself. So I'm not saying that's a bad thing. Darkness is good. It keeps from distraction. I digress. So the hardest part of doing anything is beginning. So I realized recently that most of the people that watch my videos don't even know me. And it was weird because I just assumed that, you know, I know 100-something people, and if I get that many views, that means that all the people I knew watched it. That's not true. That's bittersweet. And so you probably don't know me. I'm Jeff. I'm an artist, and I'm not a musician. I just do things that I feel compelled to do at any given moment, and recently it's been singing. Why do I sing? I'm not that good at it. I'm 36, you know. I'd have to say that a person is multifaceted. You know, a lot of times we're so complicated that we can't even understand why we do what we do. We just do things, you know. Well, why do I sing? Why did I start doing this? Suddenly, out of nowhere, I've been singing for 3 months, maybe 4 months now. I never sang. I'm not musically inclined, but there's a lot of reasons why I started doing this. And today it's been kind of eating at me, so I thought I might try to make a video about it and see what happens. I don't ever expect anything to happen. I don't think that you should do something that makes you feel good or something that you feel compelled to do for any reason other than you're compelled to do it. It's not genuine if you don't just want to do it. So I sing because I want to. Why do I want to? There's a lot of reasons why I want to. There's a lot of reasons why I've been kind of led into it. Life leads you into places you don't expect to be. And when you get there, you're like, what the hell? How'd this happen? So I'll get this out of the way. The first reason that I can establish as to why I started doing this is because if you know me, you know I used to play guitar. I wasn't good at it. I played for years. It was just something I did. It made me happy, and it took my mind off things that I would rather not think about. And if you can find a healthy way to do that, then I would recommend that for anybody. But last year, I was going through some really awful stuff in my personal life, and everyone that knew me knew it. And I won't get into it, but I was using the guitar to distract me from that, and I really, really was benefiting from that at that time. And I remember thinking how much I appreciated, you know, my friend Brandon teaching me, like, as best you could teach somebody with no talent. He's an amazing musician, and he was able to teach me a little bit about how to play guitar and make some sounds, and it made me feel great, and I'll never forget that. He didn't have to do that. I think that you should always be grateful for people, and nobody has to take their time out to do anything for you. So he did that for me, and I was at a friend's house, and there was a girl there, and she asked me if she could borrow it so she could go play for her kids. I'll trust you if I don't know you until you give me a reason not to. I don't think it's good to treat people any other way, but I didn't want to let her borrow it just because I was using it a lot right then, you know. And but, well, long story short, she never gave it back, and I kept asking, and I probably asked like 20 or 30 times. It's not an expensive guitar. It was $100, but it was mine, and I was really, it was important to me right then. You know, it pulled the rug out from under me, kind of. So, but don't steal from your friends. That's not nice. I'm a really nice guy. I don't take revenge on people. A lot of people go, oh, I'm going to fight somebody. Well, why? You know, what if they're right? What if you beat their ass and they're right? You know, you're worse off than you were before. So just, don't go down that route. That's never cool. Because it doesn't matter who wins a fight, because the person that was right to begin with is going to still be right at the end of it. But I think everything happens for a reason also. So it's hard to, anybody that knows me knows that there's been some people that have really wronged me. And I don't hold grudges, but I'll never forget. And I won't let you forget either. And I won't let you ignore it either. It may be a span of time before you become reminded again, but I'll remind you. You know what? I don't give a fuck. I do not give two fucks. I don't give a fuck. Okay, so I don't give a fuck. It's a kind of a service that I provide to humanity to help teach people not to be awful. Maybe awful is a nice word. Yeah, so not to be awful. Don't be awful. Anyhow, I don't like it. Like, why do people give you feelings that you didn't want? We didn't ask for people to make us feel so bad inside. Like, when you do something bad to somebody, you give them this awful feeling, and then they have to figure out a way to get it out of themselves. Have you ever seen The Green Mile? Okay, well, we've got to regurgitate this because it doesn't belong inside of me. You gave it to me, and it's your fault, not mine. I didn't do anything wrong. So I had to do something, and singing, if you've never done it, you should try it, because it's just like, it consumes all of you, like your mind. If there's something you'd like to get off of it, that's a good way to do it. When you do something, you never know if you're good at it or not. People say that I am, and I don't think I am, and I'm probably not. If you're good at singing, then you know that I suck. If you can't sing at all, and if you think that I'm good, God bless you. I sing because it makes me happy, and damn, there's other reasons. There's so many reasons why I sing. Like, have you ever heard anybody say that they were just so happy they could sing? Well, that's another reason why I sing, because about several months ago, I started talking to a person that just makes me so happy. And she's so cool. She is so, she's so unique. And it's not good to expect things. Another reason why I sing is because I'm shy, and it helps me kind of get over that, I'm lonely, and that sucks, and I hate to say that, because I know a lot of people that are, I feel bad for saying that I'm lonely, because I have 2 kids and I love them and they love me and we're together. I have a wonderful family, but and I know people that don't have anyone that don't complain. And, you got to keep that in mind. So I don't know. Anybody out there who's lonely, you know what I mean. Like you could be famous and you could have millions of fans and you could still be lonely, because there's how do I say this? There's only one person that can take that loneliness away, and most people never find that person. I don't know what sucks more though, to go out and search for that person and never find them, or to believe that person might not exist. Then there's the good old I thought I met that person, but then obviously that wasn't that person, because that person didn't feel that same way about me, and that sucks a lot. You go through all this and then you say, Well, how about that guy that's sitting on top of a mountain all by himself? He's got a smile on his face. What does he do? He doesn't do jack shit. He just sits there. Why? Well, if you want to be happy, they say, you can't rely on another person to make you happy. You want to be happy, you have to make yourself happy. And you can't make yourself happy with money. You can't, you just, joy, bliss, ecstasy, they're all kinds of happiness. They're all different. So when we say happy, what do you mean? Well, I don't think any of us know. I know one thing. People are not meant to be alone. Like, there's a lot more than biology going on here in this life. Like, just because you can't measure something doesn't mean it's not real. I remember one morning, right before I started the singing, I looked at myself in the mirror and I just didn't like the way that I just thought, I'm just like, God, look, I'm ugly, I'm sick. Like I said, that day I just wasn't feeling very good about myself, and I hadn't been for a long time. Sometimes a bad relationship will, tear your self-esteem apart. So, I think that if you see something about somebody that you think is cool or that you like, tell them. Just tell them. Like, damn, that's so important. So, I looked at myself in the mirror and I thought I was an ugly looking person. And then, just like later that day, somebody that I didn't even know had the guts to tell me that I wasn't. That's a trip. Yeah, that's another reason why I sing, because I got over not understanding how other people perceive me. So I'm like, it doesn't matter what other people think about you. You can't control that. Shit, take a bath and just be hygienic, but who cares what, oh, well, so what? You think people are gonna think something about you because you wear a certain kind of clothes or certain color of clothes or drive a certain car? Who cares? I know that a lot of people say I know a lot. I don't feel like I know a lot, but I know a little. I know that we usually don't need what we want, almost never. We definitely almost never want what we need. But we can't help but need what we need, and we don't know what we want, really. So I sing because it makes me happy. It's never gonna make me any money, I don't think. But you don't ever, I hate to say that. The most important thing that I do know is never say never about anything. Never think that won't happen to you. Whatever it is. I'm not even gonna say, Never say never. Because the one thing that'll keep anything from happening to you is saying it'll never happen. I've had so much crazy stuff happen to me in my life. Anything could happen to me and I could accept it. And that's a weird state to live in. That's a weird way to be, I don't know if other people get excited when they hear the emergency alert system test. But I do. I have to admit. But yeah, it's not good to expect things from people. And it's not really good to expect things from life. I don't know what's going to happen to me in the future. All I know is that when I'm compelled to do something, I'm going to do it. And if you're a creative person, if you get that feeling that you just need to do it, just do it. Stop what you're doing and do it. You know what? Because nothing's very important when it comes to that shit. Like, oh, you got to do something right now? No, you don't. Oh, what's the world going to end? Yeah, well, guess what? If you're a doctor and you're taking a call and you're going to a hospital, yeah, you need to drop what you're doing and go right then. You know, there's certain instances and certain situations in life where you have to drop what you're doing and go. And those things are usually associated with an emergency. Well, I'll tell you about a different kind of emergency most people don't talk about. There's an emergency if you're a creative person, if you're a musician, if you're an artist, if you're a writer, anything you do, I mean, and creativity goes far beyond like what people associate with it typically. Like everything that everyone does, it's got some creative aspect to it. And if you feel it, do it right then. Like, because you know that if you don't, that later on when you think you're gonna have time, you're not gonna feel it anymore. Because that feeling isn't just motivation. Like, that feeling is a gift from God, you know? And like, you see some stuff that I've sang and you're like, oh man, like how could this guy be talking about this stuff and saying those things? Well, guess what? I'll tell you a little secret. Spelling's a spell, and I'm not held captive to any spell. Using curse words makes it easier to rhyme things. And if you can't figure out how to rhyme it, even using a curse word, well then go to another language. I mean, come on, like we can figure this out. We're people, like. So yeah, I'm not an angry person. I'm not a bad person, and I'm not good at singing. And I don't think that I'm gonna make any money from doing this. That's not why I'm doing it. I'm not trying to impress anybody. I don't have anybody to impress because the people that I care about me, and like they don't like. I want them to do well. They want me to do well, and they see me struggle with things, but I can't think of a single person in this world that I just absolutely hate. I try not to keep grudges, and like I said, I'm not trying to impress anybody. But you know what? You know what really feels good? What really feels good is when somebody that you care so much about, that you hold so close to your heart, breaks it into dust. And then after it's all said and done, when the dust settles, you're in a whole different place. Like, your life is almost not recognizable. And you know, you want to say thank you to those people, but you got to remember that what it took to get you here was it took them being awful. So don't be resentful when somebody does something to you that hurts you, because it's elevating you. You're learning. Life is a school, you know? And if you're going to pray to God for anything, just pray to Him that it's not going to be any more painful than it has to be. And that's all I ever did. That's all I ever asked. He's not Santa Claus. He knows what's going on. He doesn't need you to remind him. But let's remember, you know, as we let's keep in mind as we grow as people, the people that had to sink to get us here, because they're not having a good time. But you know what? At the end of the day, you gotta hope that they didn't really just do that on purpose. Like, you gotta hope they didn't mean it, you know, and that this is a lesson for you, and it's a lesson for them too. And part of that lesson is shared between the two of you, because you have to show them that it's possible to be the person that you know you are, you know, so that you can help them to be the person that they're supposed to be. But by all means, keep those people far away from you, because as they grow, let them grow somewhere else. Like, they're not going to create any shade for you. And forgive, but don't forget, you know, because if you forget, then not only did you not learn anything, you don't appreciate anything. You don't even appreciate yourself. Like, you don't appreciate your own journey. You don't appreciate the most important thing is to know yourself. And the only way you can know yourself is to see yourself in the reflection of people that truly care about you. And if you truly care about somebody, be honest with them. Tell them the truth, you know? I can't say that every bit of the reason why I'm alone is someone else's fault, you know? We all change, and I'm definitely not the person that I was when she met me, but I could have been a better person than I was when she met me, you know? When you enter into a relationship, it's a partnership. Like, you should be better together than you are apart, you know? And when you leave something, you know, Dustin, you should know this. You're an Eagle Scout. You know, when you leave something, when you leave a campsite, when you leave a place, when you leave a person, leave them better than they were when you found them. Okay? Because you gave me my first cigarette 21 years ago. Guess what? I quit smoking. People say that's the most addictive thing in the world, smoking cigarettes. Well, guess what? I smoked a pack a day for 21 years. Thank you, because you gave me like 10 extra years of life, maybe more, I don't know. But I do know one thing. Try to quit smoking. You know what? You might be forced to quit. But guess what? Just remember, when you do, if you do, when you realize how hard it is, how much you hurt me, how much it had to have hurt me to get me to want to put those down just because you gave them to me. And if you smoke, just quit. Like, I know it's easier said than done, believe me, because I did it. Sometimes life gives you lemons and you just got to make lemonade. So thanks. I really appreciate everyone who's ever done anything that was so awful to me that it would make me want to not think, because that's all I do. Like, that's all I do. That's all I like. I just like to think. I like to learn. I like to understand things. I like to understand people. Like, I'm not a resentful person, and I don't hold grudges, you know, but if life's a school, I guess I'm a substitute right now, because somebody needs to teach you people. And when I say you people, I'm only talking about like 3 or 4 people, and those people probably aren't watching. So I don't mean you, like, in all honesty, like you, I don't. I probably don't even know you, and that sucks, because like, yeah, there's not very many, like, I have some friends and they're really good friends, but there's not very many people out here. So yeah, you know, if you want to sing or something like that, I would suggest to try it. You know, put yourself out there. If you suck, like, sing until you feel like you don't suck so bad that other people won't want to listen to it at all, and then you're good. Just do it. I mean, people just are curious, and you know, if I saw somebody that did what I do, I'd be like, oh, I know that person. I want to see what they're doing. Like, I don't know if other people feel like that or not. I don't know why anybody would want to watch me sing if they don't know me, because like I said, I'm not good at it, but whatever. If you do, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I know that a lot of people say I know a lot. I don't feel like I know a lot, but I know a little. I know that we never know what we need. No, that's not what I meant to say. We usually don't need what we want, almost never. We definitely almost never want what we need. But we can't help but need what we need, you know, and we don't know what we want, really, so. But this had no script, talking out my ass. So why do I sing? Like, you don't have to be like talented at something to try to do it and enjoy it, you know. I have no talent. I practice a lot, but I don't practice because I want to be good. I practice because it's fun. And guess what? If it's fun, it's not practice. It's just fun. So I just sing for fun. And like, don't be afraid of what people think, because if you really like can get somebody to tell you what they think, that's so valuable. Like, some of the most valuable stuff you'll get is what someone actually thinks about you. So it's one of the greatest mysteries of life. And like I said, people are multifaceted. I don't know why I sing, but these are a few reasons why I feel like I might have been led to sing. You know, I do a lot of other things too, though. I paint. Oh, gosh, I do a lot of things. But yeah, anybody that wants to like leave me a message. That's cool. Like, we can be friends. I can always use more friends. You'll be lucky if you have a handful in your life. But yeah, I just sit out here by myself and do this. Like, it's not like I'm not a popular guy. I just try to do my best. You know, I'm a dad. I'm an artist, and I make, I'm a graphic designer. I do signs. I do other stuff. And I sing. But yeah. Shame on you, Leslie, to steal my guitar. But by the way, that's cool because you are way better than me. But yeah, shame on you. And yeah, I'm not gonna start like listing people. But happy birthday. I'm not gonna start listing people with shame. And so, hey, I don't know if you guys are gonna even watch this. Probably watch it for like 5 seconds and be like, this guy's a fucking idiot and he just rambles forever. But if you want me to do more stuff like this, I can. Like, this is what I do. I'm a deep thinker, and I think this is all I do. All I'm doing is just letting it come out of my mouth. I would be just sitting here, leaving it inside my head, doing the same thing I'm doing now, so I can tape it. It's funny. We're never going to run out of tape, you guys. There's no more tape. So I'm not going to tell you to tune in, because we don't do that either. We're in the 21st century. But you know what they used to do back in the old days? Well, I don't know, but you know what's funny? These are the old days too. The only reason why they're not the old days now is because we're in them right now, but just wait. These will be the old days eventually, and then this will be a trip. I love doing that. So, yeah, that's why I sing. Later.